in another country, and it's exactly the same. And it's, Allah has protected it. There has not been one word altered. And to tell you the truth, if the Quran was taken off, if, somebody, if people decided they were going to burn every Quran and they were going to get rid of every Quran in the entire world, inshallah, it could probably be, I'm pretty sure, inshallah, it could be reproduced within a matter of maybe a day or two, because so many people have the entire book in here. It's memorized. I've memorized some, but I have a long way to go, alhamdulillah. But the Quran is memorized, by so many people, millions of people, mashallah. So it's amazing. So that book is protected. So we believe it's the final revelation from Allah. So we do believe in all the books. So if you've ever wondered, well, do we believe, in this and that, from the Bible or from the Torah? Yes, we do, but we can't really take from it the way that we do the Quran, because the Quran has been protected, as that is what we believe. Another thing that we believe, I want to make sure I hit them all because I'm sleepy. Okay. Another thing that we believe is the belief in the day of judgment. And we definitely believe that everybody will pass away and that we're only in this life temporarily. And that one day, there will be, Allah will order an angel to blow a trumpet. When the angel blows the trumpet, everything will die on the earth. And then the angel will blow the trumpet again. And we will arise back up. And I'll go back in more detail about that. I'll go into more detail, and I'll, because I do want to discuss the day of judgment. And I think it's very important. But anyways, we believe that we'll wake up on this day and naked and barefoot. And we will have to all stand before God. And we will have to account for all of our deeds that we have done. So if you've done a lot of good deeds in your life for His sake, for God's sake, feeding the poor, making your prayers, helping each other, doing good things for your family, doing things for the environment, whatever it may be. If you have a lot of good deeds and you use your life to do a lot of good, then inshallah, you will, inshallah, you will you will be granted the permission to enter the paradise or the heaven. And I'll discuss that in just a moment. But if you come and you have wasted your life and your time here that He has given you to work and to earn good deeds, and you've earned bad deeds, then you will have to have an abode in the fire. Now, I'll move on to that topic in a moment. Or next, I'll do it now because I'm getting sleepy. Alhamdulillah. But we also believe another one of the articles of faith is the belief in heaven and hell. Now, I know sometimes people, like, before I talk about heaven, I do want to talk about hell. I know sometimes people hear it and they're like fire and brimstone and it's evil and all this stuff. But we believe it's a reality. Okay, there's people here in this world who are not good people. We see murderers, we see thieves, we see rapists, we see evil. I mean, there's evil in this world. Whether people want to believe that there's evil or not, evil does exist. And, a part of being a Muslim is understanding evil and to know how to avoid it and know how to stay away from it and know how to, call on Allah to help you, to protect you from it. And once you learn about evil, you'll realize that it really is something small. It's not as big as people make it out to be, and they turn it into being something huge. When you give evil power, then it becomes powerful. But when you give all your power to good, and you know that the only power, really no power, when you only know that God has all the power, and that the devil or shaitan, whom we call him, he doesn't have any power, then you understand that it's something small. It's not big. So people shouldn't be afraid to look at it and to understand it, because there is evil in this world. We're not in a perfect world. We can see this with all the wars, all the, the child abuse, the domestic violence, whatever. We can see all of this happening right now in the world. And so we can't really, pretend like it doesn't exist. You can't. So it's important that we understand evil and that we try to avoid it, because there are people who will never understand. There are people who die and they're in a state of evil. And God, He's all forgiving. He's most loving. But He's given us a certain amount of time, we believe. Okay? We believe that He's given us a certain amount of time on this earth, and that either we waste it on evil and we make evil big, or we think of it as something small and we squish it like a bug. And He helps us do that. And then, inshallah, you're able to shun it, and you're able to recognize it when it comes in any form. Because sometimes evil comes in the form of good. And sometimes evil comes in the form of beauty. And sometimes evil comes in the form of something you desire. And you think it's going to be good for you. And it feels good and it makes you happy. But it's something that is really bad. And you'll be able to see this when you study it and you understand it. But if you pretend it doesn't exist, then, it makes it easy for evil to creep into your life. And for you to, to not recognize it when it does. So, we believe that there is a hell. And this is for those people who have decided that good is not their path. And they go to the fire. It's a sad place. It's not fun to talk about. It's not fun to be reminded about. But we do believe in it. And, in Islam, our religion goes into deep detail about the horrors of the hellfire. And it's just a reminder to me. I need to hear it, because that's not where I want to go, inshallah. And I know that this life is temporary, and I know that God has something wonderful prepared for us, which is paradise or heaven. And in heaven, and I want to spend some time on this because I absolutely love learning about heaven, and I love teaching about it too. Like I said, I'm a teacher, so I teach the kids sometimes, inshallah, and teach my own children about paradise, the paradise, and about heaven. So, but heaven is absolutely wonderful. I mean, we believe it's filled with palaces. It's filled with uncorrupted waters, abundant fruit. It's amazing. And we believe that this is the final abode of the people who do good in this world, in this temporary world. And, it's, like I said, we're only here temporarily. And some people, they live and they may live to be 109. And there's some people who live to be 4. So, this is a temporary abode and we're here to work. So that's what we believe. And another thing that we believe in Al-Qadr, which is, I always mess this word up, so it's called divine predestination. And we believe that, humans have free will. We definitely believe humans have a choice. You can either do good or you can do bad, or you can waver somewhere in the middle. It does not matter. Okay, we do believe that. However, we believe that God has already written it down. He already knows what we've already done. He knows what we're doing now, and He knows what we'll do in the future. We believe that it's all written in His book. And the pen is lifted and the ink is dried. So whatever He has written there will happen, and whatever He has not written there will not happen. So no matter how much you want, that's why I say inshallah. Excuse me. That's why I say inshallah, because inshallah, God, if He wills for something to happen, then it will happen. If He does not will for it to happen, it will not happen. No matter how much we try to get it, we want it to happen. Okay, some people are like, please God, let me win the lottery, or God, please, let me get this $150,000 job, or please let my kids stop getting bad grades. But no matter what you do, it's not going to be able, unless he wills for it to happen, it will not happen. And if Allah wills for something to happen, if he wills for an earthquake to come, or if he wills for you to get that $150,000 a year job, whatever, it will happen. And nobody can take it from you. So whatever he wills, it happens, and whatever he doesn't, does not happen. And we still have a choice. As our choices, even though he has it written down, we still are able to make choices. So it's kind of deep, if you ask me. But alhamdulillah, I just want to make sure I've gone over all of them. So I have gone over, we believe in one God. We believe in God. And I'm going to recite. Let me just, I'm going to say the English. I'm not going to recite it in Arabic. But I'm going to tell you what it means in English. This is one of the ayat of the Quran. It's the Surah 112, which is Surah Al-Ikhlas, or the purity. It's translated over, I believe it's the purity. But it says, say, he is God, the one, God to whom the creatures turn for their needs. He begets not, nor was he begotten, and there is none like him. So that means he wasn't born. He doesn't have children. He is only one. And all their creatures turn to him. Did I say that? To whom, let me recite it again just in case I messed up. I'm sleepy. You guys gotta bear with me. You've been bearing with me, alhamdulillah. It says, say, he is God, the one, God to whom the creatures turn for their needs. He begets not, nor was he begotten, and there is none like him. Okay, so all creatures turn to him for his needs, for their needs. He does not need to turn to any of his creatures. He doesn't need to ask us. We don't have to worship him. It's not going to benefit him anymore if all of us decided we were all going to become Muslim, or if he made all of us Muslim, or if he didn't. It wouldn't matter. It would not matter. We don't do anything for him. He does all for us. And no matter what we may think our great or significance, it's nothing compared to his and his love and everything. Another thing, okay, we talked about the belief in the angels. We talked about the belief in the prophets. We talked, peace be upon them all. We talked about all of the revealed books and how we believe in all of them. We talked about the belief in the Day of Judgment and the belief in Al-Qadr, or divine predestination. So I'm going to stop there. I know I've taken like 30 minutes. I knew it would take me a while to get through the rest. I was kind of experimenting with the first video, so that's why it was so short. But there will be more to come, inshallah. I just wanted to give you guys a brief introduction into the articles of faith, what a Muslim truly believes, and what we must believe. And in my next video, I would like to discuss the 5 pillars of Islam. And I think that's it, inshallah. So if you have any questions, please just inbox me. I'm going to disable the comments. I don't want any negative comments. Actually my comments, they're set up for approval. So you can leave a comment and I'll approve it, inshallah, if you want. But if it's negative, I'm not going to accept it. So don't even go there. But inshallah, this is just to teach people about, Islam, and let you see us for who we are. Even if you're not interested in becoming a Muslim, at least you can see who we really are and not base everything on the news. I'm tired of the news telling the world who we are, and we're not doing our job to tell the world who we are. So I'm going to do my part. That's why I stayed up, past my bedtime. I'm so sleepy, but that's why I stayed up, because I wanted to, just let you guys know that it's, who we really are, and just take you into, what our life is like. I know some people wonder, they wonder, why do women wear these? And I'll go into that. We'll go into more about the niqab and about the hijab. And I want to spend a whole lot of time. I'm telling you, I have some days off, alhamdulillah. So I can, inshallah, try to make a few videos. And that's it. So Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.